Hey guys, this is pretty unexpected, and I know most of the people that are subbed to me, they come here looking for Dragon Ball videos or trying to see what's going on with the fan game. I know this definitely isn't a Dragon Ball video, it's not going to be a Dragon Ball series. The reason I'm not uploading as much Dragon Ball content is because I'm broke, so it's kinda hard for me to focus on my hobby and do things that don't get me paid when I so desperately need to get paid. So today, or until Christmas rather, I'm gonna be working on this Christmas themed game. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I did go ahead and do some concept art. I basically just sketched up a lot of designs to see what would work and what exactly I could turn this project into. So what you're seeing now is basically footage I made of the protagonist. His name is gonna be Chestnut. He's an elf that worked in Santa's factory. I went through a couple of different designs because I didn't know exactly what I wanted out of him, but I did know that I wanted him to be kind of cute and kind of untraditional in a way, hence the gap in his teeth and the weird shaped head. The designs I went through, some of them seemed a little uninspired, so I went back to try to figure out a better way to represent what I wanted this character to be. This last one, what I'm currently working on now, this is the design I decided to go with. The outfit is pretty elf-like. The shoes are gonna be changed here in a minute, but for now, I just wanted to do something that made it look like this is a worker. This is someone from the North Pole, and this is what I came up with. You can see here, I'm trying to find out a good design for the top, and I realized, you know what? I should make kind of a weave like the Black Panther outfit, but I still wanted it to be festive. So I'm most likely gonna add a little bit of color to just that part, and to the pants as well, just to keep everything fresh. And that's what I'm gonna end up doing with this outfit, along with the little Christmas hat, because that just had to be there. That's absolutely necessary. And the candy cane on his back, just, I needed a weapon for him to have. The next sketch that I got into was the Santa Claus sketch, and you know, this is one of the characters that everybody already knows the image of Santa Claus. Like, anywhere around the world, you can ask somebody what Santa Claus looks like, they'll be able to tell you. And I wanted to work with that, but I also wanted to work around that and make it so that there's more to just jolly Saint Nick, a big fat guy in a fluffy red coat. So, this part, well, let me comment on this. This is gonna be difficult for me to model, and I knew that from the beginning. So I tried not to go too crazy with the fluffy bits because I don't want to have to make too much extra geometry. I want the game to be playable by anyone. So as little geometry as possible really worked for me. And I'm probably just gonna end up normal mapping that anyway. This is what I came up with for Santa though. A little variation to the pants. It's not as it usually is, but this is how I envision this version of him. Next up, I did some concept art for Mrs. Claus. This one was definitely different to me because I knew I wanted her to be unique. Every other image of Mrs. Claus that you might see features her baking a pie or, you know, mixing some cake batter around, doing wifely things. But I wanted to switch it up a little bit and give her something to work on. other than food. So I'm messing up on the hand a little bit here, but what I decided to do was take that outfit that you normally see Santa in when he's just relaxing at home, the overalls and all that, and I gave it to Mrs. Claus instead. And I figured instead of her baking, she can be hands-on with the elves, trying to figure out what's going on at the workshop and working with them. The idea for curly hair was kind of random. I just wanted to do something new. I still want her to look old, just not like 95 years old as a grandma. You know what I mean? So that's what I decided to do with Mrs. Claus. The next one, this is when I was trying to come up with some unique weapons, because for the protagonist, I wanted to make it so that instead of just fighting with the candy cane, maybe he could use a lollipop or a chocolate bar, something that screams, "I'm an elf." And I figured, you know what, why not add some guns into it, or something that shoots out projectiles? So I came up with 3 ideas. One of them, the first one you see here, is a gun that shoots out Christmas ornaments, but it's kind of cartoonish and goofy in a way. The second one was like an ice type of gun that would shoot out snowballs, which I know is crazy cliche, but I still like that idea. The third one was a big bazooka rocket launcher type thing that shoots out presents that explode. And the design is a little wonky here because I was rushing on it, but I have some high expectations for this weapon. Finally, I got into what I wanted the minions to look like, the little henchmen that I want to have running around in the game. I sketched out some concept art for 3 bosses, because I know I want to have at least 3 boss battles in it. And I didn't want to spoil who you would be fighting, but the concepts are pretty nice. Actually, I might upload those images to my Patreon, just so people that are pledging to my Patreon can get to see all that content. I make a little teddy bear with the severed hand and a wrench in place of it because I just wanted something to be creepy, like how the tree is kind of creepy. This is gonna be an ice type of creature. It's a little goofy looking, I'll admit, but I wanted to add something childish and very, very kid-like to the game, as well as just a basic robot here. I actually scrapped the arm because I knew that making a robot that looks like that with an arm or with arms would be, you know, expected. That's cliche. And I came up with this instead, another exploding type of thing. And that pretty much sums up the concept art that I made. I mean, it's not all of it, but if you want to see the rest, you can definitely pledge to my Patreon. And I'm gonna be making constant updates on this because I want to get it out before Christmas actually comes around. That being said, it's gonna be a 9-day project, along with me doing freelance work and just trying to get my money back to where it should be. And as soon as my money gets back to where it should be, I can jump right back into the Dragon Ball fan game. Because like I said, I can't work on a hobby that I don't get paid for when I need money more than anything else at this point in my life. You know? So, yeah. That's basically gonna sum up this video. Hope you guys like what you see here and you continue to watch this project because it's definitely gonna be a good one. I have a lot of stuff planned here. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.